So, let's go out here and do some work in the bee yard. Come out here the other day. This little nook down here on this end of this stand here was a split I did, and I purchased a carnelian queen off the internet, and the install went okay. But for some reason the bees didn't think she was okay, and they built superseded cells not long afterwards, and I tore it out. And let me back up. The first time I took that frame that had the queen cell on it and did a split, well, the queen hatched out, and she didn't make it back from her mating flight, so I did a newspaper combine back to the parent hive. And while I was doing the combine, I noticed they had built another superseded cell, and I tore that one out. And I come up here the other day and looked for the signs of another superseded cell, and sure enough, there's another one, and I could not find the queen. So they may have prematurely dispatched the queen. So instead of fooling around with this little dinky nook, I've got another little dinky nook down here. Not all these hives have bees in them. But anyway, this little dinky nook here, I'm going to do a newspaper combine with that other one. So let me get my stuff gathered up and we'll get with that. Alright folks, this is all I'm going to use. Let me turn this monitor around so I can see what I'm doing. Anyway, I just got some paper that came in a package. It's pretty thin. Normally people use newspaper, but this will work. Some people don't use newspaper at all. They just spray them down with some sugar water and let them clean each other up. And there's going to be some foragers lost, but I can't help that. Anyway, I don't have any wind out here today, so that's a good thing. I'm just going to put this newspaper over here. I gotta go get my other hive. I don't have everything ready. But I usually just put some slits in here. Nothing big about it. I'm glad the wind ain't blowing today. Anyway, that's about all there is to it. I'll look through here one more time. Make sure the queen's not here. And I'll tear out that queen cell. Which, by the way, I did tear it when I pulled the frame out the other day, so it may not be viable anyway. wrong with that queen. These frames here have sugar water in them because I did put a little feed on them, trying to see if that would get the bees to accept that queen more. I don't know what was wrong. I guess sometimes you just get a dud. See if I can get over here and get this in the frame, but right here, I think it's in the picture, right here was the side wall of that queen cell that was stuck to the adjoining frame, and when I pulled it out, it ripped the side of it out. And that's one thing that happens sometimes. So there's some larvae in here. I was really hoping to see what a Carliolan queen would do in Oklahoma, but evidently the bees didn't like it. This is the frame that had the queen cell on it. Superseded cell, whatever you want to call it, but right here, as you can see, where it ripped this sidewall off of that queen cell. And there is a larva in there, but I'm going to destroy it, because I don't want that to develop into a queen and possibly kill this other queen, because this other queen is doing just fine. And I don't think there's any eggs in here for these bees to make another queen cell. And once they get through that paper, they should fall right into line and do what bees do with that other queen. But I don't see the old queen. She was marked. This is some of the decisions you have to make sometimes, especially tomorrow's going to be August. Figure 21 days for brood to hatch out. They don't have a lot of time to build up their numbers, so this way, this one gets a little boost in the numbers. Hopefully it's a more viable queen. But I'm just going to put this back together. And these are big, these are 5-frame medium Nucs. They're not deep Nucs. So they you have to pay a little more attention to these. And this inner cover has a notch on the top, and that will be the entrance for these bees. I'll slide the lid forward so as not to close that off. they will be able to go in and out. And then I just I tear some of this excess paper off. And they'll be through that paper sometime today. It's not like they're going to be trapped for very long up here. The weather is supposed to be in the 80s, so that's not terribly hot. This time of the year, you kind of have to start thinking about what your hives need before winter. And this hive was just too small. But I went through these other hives yesterday, and I added some boxes to the top. It was just about out of room. It's not really a flow going on. They are bringing in a little bit. So, I've got to go over here and inspect some of these bigger hives.